HANA Studio, HANA Cockpit, right? So HANA Cockpit. So yesterday, so I think we have done the installation of the cockpit. So you can see cockpit installation is done. Then it generated the some URLs here at the end of the session. You can see end of the screen. It's generate the two URLs here. One is the cockpit manager. Second one is the HANA cockpit here, right? These are the by default URLs will be generated by the system here. So cockpit manager, where so we can use this URL to add the databases, and HANA cockpit, so we can use this URL for monitoring the HANA systems and administration part of the HANA systems here, right? So here, so HANA cockpit manager, right? We have to open this cockpit manager here, right? So in this cockpit manager, we can add the all our HANA systems here. It will create the one database here. HANA cockpit manager will create the one database will be created here, right? So that is the one thing here. Suppose if you see, let me see, are there any other databases got installed? Only one. Okay. So here, so first of all, cockpit manager. This we have to use for. So this one we have to use for the for adding the all the databases here, right? So here we need to use the cockpit underscore admin is the default user for login to the cockpit here, right? So this is the cockpit manager, right? So here we need to add our databases. We need to register our databases here, right? The first thing is that we need to add our databases in the studio level. How we have added the all the databases here. Here also you need to add the cockpit databases here, right? So then you can provide the host name. What is the host name of the database, right? Then instance number. What is the instance number you have given? The tar databases, single container. This is the system DB, right? So then system DB you are adding here. So you need to add it. One person if you add it, so that is fine for everybody here. That is fine for everyone here, right? So then encrypted passwords that you can ignore it. Just click on the connection. Then use the system user. Then whatever the password you set for the your databases, you can set the system user. In case of user is not exist, you can create the one technical user also. You can create it here. So what is the group? In which group you want to add the create the groups here? So then either development system or quality system. Based on that, you can add to the group. Then so you can review. Then click on the register the database here, right? So the database will be registered here, right? So need to check the password. What is the password here? Technical user. Unable to authenticate the user. Is someone changed the password or what? That's what, yeah. If I give the access to the operating system level, people will do like this. So what I will do, I will remove the OS level access. You guys will only get the operate. So yeah, studio level access. So in this way, we can restrict it, all those things. It's locked. At least tenant is working. System database not sure what is the password. Let me reset. So if I give access to the people, what the people are doing, they are keep on installing, changing the passwords. This is what they are doing. This is not the actual administration work. You need to log into the system. Checking the OS level access I'm providing means, so you need to check the logs, file system structure, folders, so process. These things you guys have to practice. Server icon reset user system. Okay. And just reset the password of the system. So you will not get the voice level access from today onwards. So that will be restricted. You can only add the systems in the studio and HANA Cockpit. Okay. You'll only get the access to the studio and the HANA Cockpit. OS level, you cannot able to access anything. Okay. Now it's up. So what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to add the systems. First of all, we need to add the systems. First of all the systems we have to add to the HANA Cockpit level. We have to add it here, right? So I'm adding the system here, right? So then once you've done it, once you added here, so then we can able to monitor the all the systems here. Similar like I will go and add the one more HANA system here, right? One HANA system I have added, right? One more system like system DB you added, right? Tenant also I'm going to add it here, right? So here I'm going to add the tenant database also here, 00 multi-container system DB, tenant DB like HDB, right? So then step number 2. So then here you can use the system user and password. So no groups. So review and register. So we need to register all the systems. We have to be register in the systems here. So like that you have to register it. I see there is a one more tenant database also here. So in the KPS for HANA, then there is an instance number. There is a tenant database that is called the HD1. So then, so system, not sure what is the password again, this tenant password. Again, adding review and register. So same, this password, they are the two tenant databases. See here, one person created the HD1 again, one more tenant database he created. So not sure what is the password. Okay, that's fine. Let's remove the database HD1. Alter system stop database name. Okay, so to stop the only tenant, we can use this command. Okay, so one tenant, one system DB is enough. Okay, so then like that you have added the one system DB, one tenant DB. Like that you have how many, all the systems you need to add it here, right? Then only HANA Cockpit Manager is only for managing. Then remaining and all the HANA Cockpit. HANA Cockpit is like a, so it's like a Fiori Launchpad URL. So where we can monitor and manage the all the HANA databases and everything here. All the HANA databases we can monitor it here, right? So that is the one thing here. So here, so all those things we can monitor from here. So here you added the databases here. The databases are here, right? So you can see the just simple URL, right? Simple URL. We are monitoring the all the database. If it is HANA Studio, everybody has to add their own systems. Everybody desktops you need to add the HANA systems, and it's kind of a tool monitoring, right? But this is a web-based monitoring. See how the screens looks like here, right? How the screen is looks like here, right? So here you can open your systems here. You can see how graphically all the databases are displaying here, right? System DB. So like clearly showing the graphs, live graphs are displaying here, right? So then CPU, memory, groups, versions, right? All the information is getting displayed. All the information is getting displayed here. See how graphical it is displaying. It's not only like this. So you can also go to the inside of the system here. So then if you want to go to the inside of the database also, then you can monitor the everything here, right? So you can go to the, so then you can monitor the, so you can just graphically also you can monitor the all the systems and everything here, right? So it's a very new user interface here, which means it's a very good user interface, so that we can monitor the all the databases, everything we can monitor in the centralized place here, right? So this is the way, so we can monitor it here, right? So if you go to the manage the databases here, so here we can see the, so all the databases which you registered it here. Again, you can switch back to the HANA Cockpit here, right? So if you want to monitor the individual databases here, then you can go to the respective database here. Respective database, you can go to the here. Here you can see the, so all the functions here, monitoring, administration. So all the functions here. If you go to the all, if you go to the all here, if you go to the all here, here you can see the, so running databases, something is running with the issues here, right? So you can see the how the graphically you are seeing all the information here, right? So normally if you want to check the services status in the HANA Studio, then you need to go to the HANA Studio level. Then here you can see the all the landscape, like in the just normally, this is an old one, it's a faded, right? You can see the alerts tab, you can see the performance tab, you can see all the information. This is, so this one, right? But if you see this view, it's like a, see, it's kind of a new user interface. Here you can find out the all the information. If you click on this tile, you will see the all the process related information, index server running with the issues. There is a one high priority alert. If you click on this alert, you can see the what is that automatic block backup is disabled, and also there is a configuration parameter is set to unsupported value. Someone set it to the unsupported value here, right? So yesterday, so they have set to the unsupported value here, right? So the proposed solution. So then we need to change that value. Someone wrongly changed this value here. So right. So that why it will generating the alerts also here. Alerts configuration also it's generating here. See how the view look like, the how the view look like here, right? So then how the views look like here, the database related view here, right? So all the services related, the alerts related, memory usage, same as like same we have seen in the HANA Studio level. Similarly, here also we can see the, so storage and also statements, disk usage, right? And also CPU utilization also, right? CPU live utilization also we can see it here. Live utilization, this is a live utilization also we can see it here, right? The time range, right? Timestamp, then also the disk utilization also we can see it here, right? And also the memory utilization also we can see it here, how the memory utilizing, which process is consuming the more, like what are the alerts, memory related alerts, is there any running statements here, there is a one long running statements, Is there any expensive statements? Are there any background jobs in the system? That we can see it here. All the information we can see it here. Memory utilization, how the memory is responding here. So that information we can see the details here, right? So it's a kind of a timestamp or previous one or all the information we can check it out in the system here. All the information we can check it out in the systems here, right? So how the memory consumptions we can download as a report. So you can download as a report, exports, all the information we can check it out. See how it is displaying the all the information here, right? So this way we can check it out. So dashboards, it's a kind of a very good dashboards here. Disk usage also you can see how the disk usage percentage, right? So monitoring, all the monitoring capabilities are included in this screens here, right? So you can see whatever we have seen in the studio level, everything here. And one also capture the workload, and also the backups also here. So HANA Studio level only we can only take the manual backups, right? Manually we can take the backups. There is no configuration like scheduling the jobs and something like that. But here we have the backup scheduling also, we can do that one. Backups scheduling also we can perform it here. Suppose like you need to create the backup schedule every day, automatically you want to take the backup scheduling here, series of backups, right? Suppose like every day, so suppose like backup schedule, daily backups you want to create it here, so that we can create the schedule, right? Timings, so timings, daily full backup or incremental backup or compress the backups. So whatever the timestamp prefix or monthly, weekly, daily, every, so whatever you want to, every monthly, every weekly, every daily, so whatever you want to schedule it, we can create the backup scheduling, like timelines, which timeline you want to take it out, monthly or daily, weekly. So you can create the schedules, right? If you create the schedules here, what will happen? You no need to manually take it out. System itself will take care of the manually of the this backup scheduling and everything here. This is the one of the great advantage in the HANA cockpit level here. And also the replay and workload replay replay means here replay replay means here the we can take the work replay. So suppose like we can take the capture, we can take the record of the current workload during the issue, that we can replay that workload during the analysis time, during the troubleshoot time. We can do the replay of that workload, so that we can take it out here. That one we can perform it here, right? That is called the replay, the workload replay, capture and replay. Okay, so that one backup scheduling here. And so we can see that capture the workload here, we can capture it, and here we can replay it here. Suppose like there is some system issues now, right? Some system issues now here. I want to capture the load here. I want to start capture the, so explain the plane. I want to capture the workload. So I want to capture the workload now here. So then click on the start the capturing the workload here. Now workload is getting captured here. So then once the workload is capturing is done, it's capturing, right? Means the system load is capturing now. Then you can stop the workload. Then you can do the analysis here. The captured workload is here. Then you can start the replay on the workload here. You can start the replay on the workload, whatever the workload you captured, that you can start processing the workload here, right? So which means we can get the some evidences, the capturing of the evidences, those things we can capture it here, this procedure. So it's one of the new procedure, great advantage procedure in the backup scheduling, workload capture and replay. That is the one of the thing here, the threads and all, sessions and all, so encryption mechanism and all. So these and all the things are there in the HANA Studio also. Here also we have the smart data integrations, right? And the alerts configuration, thresholds, right? These and all the things normal, right? Normally we have seen in the user management, roles, authentication policies, everything is there. So same thing as like in the replication also. See the system replication, how it is displaying the system replication here, right? So primary, secondary, so right, system replication. So seems replication is not good here. So using the HANA Studio, HANA Cockpit, we can also graphically display the, maybe here the system is stopped, I guess. No one check this area. They will keep on doing the installation and installations, these kind of things. Okay, so I'm just starting the secondary. So then let's see. So here we can use this one to capture the capture. We can also do the configuration also here, and also we can also configure the means we can also use this to configure the servers. That is also possible. Replication also we can configure it here. It's very easy here to graphically we can configure everything here. So we can see the live analysis. So report graphs, trending the gap, CPU. So all the information we can capture it here. All the information. So information we can capture it from here, right? Authentication, certificate stores, connectivities. So so all the informations we can analyze it here. That's what we can do it in the systems here, right? See here, this is processed. So then we can do the analysis here. You can start the replay. Replay means so replay the workload here, right? Replay the workload here. We can do it here, right? So here so you can just provide the username, passwords here. So then you can just re-execute it here. We can capture the some evidences in the systems here. That's what we can do it. Replay and capturing here, right? So that is the one thing here. So it is started. So now you can see the replication here. The primary here very interestingly we can see the all the information actually. Replication status is not enabled. Primary, secondary, it's red. That's the reason it's not replicating the data. So what I can do here, replicated services, we can also reconfigure the replication. Delta data shipping. What I will do here, I will disable the replication. Again, we can reconfigure it from here. Studio level, we need to go to the here and studio level, right click and open this one. It's a very so thing, right? So, but here, so it is very interesting part in the studio level here. Okay, secondary sites are attached. No, secondary sites already registered, right? So why it is showing? Unregistered secondary system. Is it recovery? Some wrong configuration is done, I guess. PS4 HANA, this is done. This is also done. When the secondary, primary both are configured, so you cannot able to access the secondary from the studio. You cannot access. So that's the thing. So when it immediately it will show like, so the replication is enabled something. So replication is active, something like that here, right? So here also we can see the replication configurations and everything. Nothing is there now. So now let me refresh here. Yes, replication is enabled but not configured. Okay, this is not configured. Replication is not configured now. So in the cockpit level, you can see how simply we can configure the replication here. You can see here. So we can also configure the replication here using the but not configured. So we can configure it here, the replication configuration here, right? So if you don't know some specific functionality here, you can type it here. You can just type it here. So then it will display the all the configurations and everything here, right? So if you type it here, it will display the all the tiles and everything here. So that is the one of the important thing here. Monitor the performance, monitor the workload, so memory history, so configure the so pmem. So there is a so you can also see the so capturing the So workload, load history. So memory analysis here, which components, which tables, it's giving the large objects here. See which one is giving the large memory it is occupied here, right? All the information, out of memory events, buffer cache, anything allogators, anything components, size, all the information you can see. We are displaying everything from here, right? So this way we can capture the, so we can check the memory, alerts, configuration. There is a one high priority alerts, configuration alerts here, disk space, load, encryption, recommendations. So right, ad hoc recommendations. You can also generate the recommendation, administration control, monitoring. So then auditing, audit policies, enabling in the system security, user roles management. Okay. So there are many functions there. It's there. And also we have the, so replication, monitor the table utilization, monitor the table usage, which tables are performing. Total 95 tables. In the 95 tables, which tables have the high size and all the information. See, you can see it here, right? So this is the one of the important thing here. And also replication, we can also configure the replication is enabled but not configured. So somewhere something wrong, we can configure the replication also. We can just to remove the current configuration. Disable the system replication. Ignore the secondary system. Okay. So wrongly configured. That's why it's giving the error. Replication is not enabled. Okay. Now we will get the option to configure it here. So go to, where is the replication? And one more important thing here, if you go to the database management here, okay, DB management related thing. So here also, if you want to stop the, so if you want to stop the tenant database, simply you can stop the tenant. Simply you can recover the tenant, replicate the tenant, reset the system user password, restart, set the restart mode, so recover the tenant, copy the tenant using the backup. So all the great features. You can also create the new tenant here. So there you need to execute the commands to create the tenant. To stop the tenant, you need to stop it. Right here, simply you can, so you can do the, so simply just stop, restart, all kind of activities. We can do that one here, right? So and also you can take the snapshot, fallback snapshot here, and also back up the tenant, recover the tenant, replicate the tenant. So all those things here, right? So you can also create like the backups, right? You can also recover the tenant in case of tenant is something wrong. Then you can also use the recover the tenant here, right? So suppose if you want to replicate the tenant, you can also replicate the tenant, copy using the replication or move using the replication. Means we can create the new tenant by copy of the existing tenant, here, the target tenant database here. So you can also use that kind of features also. We can replicate, recover it here. So replication, we can also enable the replication, rename. We can also create the new tenant, create the tenant using the replication. So there are the multiple so advantages we have here. In the multiple advantages we have in the tenant actions and create the tenants and everything here, right? So tenant actions and everything, we can multiple advantages we have here. Valid credentials. Okay. So you can also go to the, so system DB. Why? Because replication we have to go connect to the system DB. So from here, so you can see the, so the replication configuration also here. Just to refresh. So enter the credentials. My credentials are not taken. Let's take. Okay. Yeah, you can see configure the system replication. So in that case, we want to configure the system replication here. You need to add the other databases also here. That KPS4 or not 2, whatever the other databases you have. So that we have to register that databases also here. Means so secondary also you need to register it here. So suppose like example KPS4 or not 2. So then you need to use the instance number. So then system DB, this is the secondary SDB. Okay. So then, okay, remove the credentials, the connection, and use the technical user here system. So then both the databases, all the databases you need to register into the, in this case here, right? So then connect enable the register using the host agent. Why it's unable to connect it? APS4 HANA 2.0 STB system. So it's active only, right? No, it's active only. Let me log off. It's taking the credentials. Then register. Okay. System SID, HDB. Okay. This is registered. Then register the one more tenant database also. So primary and secondary. So we are registering whatever the databases you have, all those things you need to register it here, right? All those things you have to register it here. So then this is the secondary here, so, right? So then, so you can system. So register host agent and the system SID HDB. So you are registered. So all the databases you have registered here, right? All the databases are here. So using the cockpit, we can monitor the all the things here. All the databases you can monitor it here, right? So you have the 4 databases, all the databases KPS4 ANA, KPS4 ANA. So then, so remaining also you can manage the all the databases here, right? So where are the other 2 databases? Next. Why the other 2 are not available? Only 2 are available. White tap and other 2. Let's check. Other 2 are up and running. System DB KPS4 or 2. Okay, system. The password. So same password I am using here. Because for here replication, both the database should be in the HANA system. It should be come to the here, both the databases here. Then only we can enable the replication here. So otherwise we cannot enable the system replication here, right? So that is the main important thing here. So here, so enable this as a primary. Site name is the PRI. So click on the configure, right? So just to click on the configure, the primary KPS4 is the primary here, right? So then you need to configure the so replication, the secondary type tool details here. Site name is the secondary system details here, secondary system details here, right? So KPS4 HANA 2, right? System has to be offline before registering. What is the synchronous in memory, right? Log replay. So initial data shipping as, see, simple form, tier 1, tier 2, and also tier 3 also we have. Tier 3 means another DR server also we can configure it. Studio, we won't get the tier 3 here. So, but in the here, we will only get the tier, here we only get the tier 1 and tier 2 only here, right? In the Cog Studio level. Here we have the tier 3 also, you received it here. So, right. So then click on the, so secondary, primary, secondary, and primary host name, secondary host name, synchronous, what is the source host, initial data shipping, start the secondary after the registration, right? So then tier 2 system, secondary not authorized. Credentials are missing SID ADM in the database directory. So in the database directory, yes, that's true. Why? Because here, so it's not taking the these passwords here. So that's the reason. So normally it should take the system user. Why it's not taking the system user? Refused to connect it. So this one, what I will do. So here I will do the just unregister the secondary database here. Then your KPS4 or 2 also I will unregister it here. So then what I will do here again, I will register the database. See how I am registering the databases here. It's a very important thing. You need to clearly maintain the details of the system. Then instance number 00, then multi-container system database. This is the secondary SDB. Okay. So then click on the step 2, remove this configuration here. Step 3, system user. So system user unable to connect to from here. Let me try to create the new user here, right? So it's already system user, but not sure why this password is not taking. One new password, one new user I'm creating cockpit. So let's see. Technical user. So JDBC cannot connect to the this host, connection refused 117. 117. Let me check the IP. 102. Okay, this is the wrong IP. This is the wrong IP, but somewhere it is referring the wrong IP. Where it is? 102. 102, correct. In the primary, what is the IP? It's mentioned etc host file. So who maintained this name server details here? See, wrongly they have maintained all the details. Some other details also they have edited. Not sure who edited this, all those things. Name server details they have added. Okay, that is done. Let me stop and start the HANA database here. People are doing the very crazy. Restart. Basically, the secondary password system it's not working. So I am trying to connect it here. So that's the reason. So now it's connected. Same password. But 117 it is referring. Cockpit user is created now. Okay. I think it's connecting now. Step 5. Review. Then register. Yes, now it is registered successfully. Okay. So now same thing. I will add the KPS4 HANA2 instance number 00 tenant database. So HDB. This is a secondary. Okay. Secondary. So tenant database here. So primary, secondary, all the data, whatever the databases you have, all the databases you need to add into the studio level. Okay. Cockpit level, you have to add it here. Right. Only one time if you add it, that's fine. Remaining users also that will be affected here. That will be affected here. So that is the main thing here. Right. So let me check. This is started completely. And let me secondary tenant DB also let me try to access from here. Okay. So but it's not connecting. Why? There is no index server. There is no index server here. I don't know what happened. What has been done by our guys. Okay. I can create the new tenant. I know. Right. We can create the new tenant by using this one. What we can do. So here, if you go to the here, so here what I can create the new empty tenant, right? So we can go to the systems. So new database here, this one. So system database. So database management. So system database tenant is stopped status in the KPS4 HANA 2 tenant is stopped status here. So I'm going to start the tenant database manually from here. Let's see whether it will start it or not. See, it's very simple from the cockpit, right? Studio level, you need to execute the command. So those things you have to do that one. But here you can see, so we are doing everything from here, right? So every 10 seconds. So it is started. See, successfully it is started now, right? So now I will go and add the tenant also in the, so here, right? Now it's coming, right? So I can able to add the database also. See here, very simple. So everything possible from the tenant, so cockpit here, okay? But carefully, we need to give the all the details here. Carefully, we need to give the all the details here. TDB, and the databases here, set TDB. So then step number 2. So sessions, connections, user system, then the password, groups, review, register. But password, we need to check what is the password here. Okay, same password. So then what is the wrong here? Maybe I can create the new technical user. So we can also create, you don't need to log into the target database. You can also just create the new user by using the cockpit. You can also create the new user in the target side here, right? That is also possible. So technical user connection 104 refused. So index server, okay, it's running status only. Creation of that tenant DB not connected. Something given wrong. Your SID is the HDB, right? Very wrong. So carefully, we have to give it all the details. Right? So now finally, all are registered into the HANA cockpit level here, right? So all are registered here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to configure the replication. So right, replication here, right? So here I can use the replication configure replication concept, right? System replication. So then I can use the username, password. So HDB ADM, okay, operating system level, right? My bad. Okay. So then here, so primary, you have enabled the configuration here, right? Then go to the configuration, site name, primary. So it's got changed here. So let's go back. You are in the KPS4 or not 2. You should log into the, so which database you have to log in? You have to log into the primary. So why? Because primary, right? You have to log in. Primary system DB, you have to log in. So from there, you need to start the replication here. Replication configuration. You need to start it here, right? So configure primary tier 1. So enable the system replication. So right, ERI KPS4 on secondary site, secondary. What is the secondary host? Secondary host, this is the secondary host. So synchronous memory system has to be offline register. So then you no need to stop it. So here, if you check it out, automatically this will stop it. Then tier 3, if you have the any third system, then you can add the tier 3 also. Then you can register it here. Then the replication will be registered here. So this is very simple through cockpit. So HANA Studio, we have to log into the primary, we have to log into the secondary. So we have to do the all kind of activities here. But here, the secondary, it's very simple here. The secondary is very simple here that we can do it here. So it's registering. So system replication is see how I am registering from here. So it's finished. Replication is registered here. Now see graphically. So it will display the all the futures here, how it is moving, right? So now it's not in the red, but so the data is replicating here. You can see. So it is initiating save point. So network primary. So log buffer wait, how the log shipping will happen. What is the log retention? So then you can see the all the information. Now it will get replicated. All the data will get come to green status here, right? Just you need to just to wait it and refresh it out. So maybe if you just to automatic refresh interval. So then you can see sync mem. So database here, right? So the replication is active, true, right? You can see this is also come to green status here. This is also in the green status here, right? So primary to secondary, the data replication is happening. Then you can see the log. So shipped log position, shipped log times and everything here. So log shipping count in the primary. So then So you can see the, so all the information you can see it here. All the information we can see it here. Let me remove this one. So you can see the replicated services. So network. So shipped milliseconds. So timings here, right? So backlog from the primary to secondary. Any backlogs, any logs not replicated last 24 hours, that will display the information. The logs retention time here. So the log retention time here, name server access engine, the log retention days and everything here, right? So log replay on the secondary, any logs should be replicated. So network check. So network check here. So you can make a measure the network speed also. So network speed, what is the speed of the network? Then you can also do the parameter changes from here, any parameter changes, everything. So this is the way we can see all the information we are seeing clearly in the graphical level. We are seeing the all the information here, right? So that is the replication here. So that is the one we can see the all the information here, right? So suppose any failover is required or something is required here, we can take the failover also here. We can take the failover also here. So you can connect to the secondary databases, right? You cannot access the secondary DB now. So only primary you can access it here. So just you can go to the secondary, just you can use the takeover means the secondary will become so primary, like that takeover will happen here, right? So you can see, so now replication is configured primary to secondary. Data will be replicated. It's very simple from the cockpit. Studio level, you need to connect to the primary, you need to enable it, you need to connect to the secondary, you need to register it, you need to type it. But here in one screen, you are doing everything here. And also, yeah, and also you can also add the third system also you can add in the group, so that three-tier replication means primary, secondary, DR also at the same time you can do the configuration here. So that is also possible from here. So this kind of configurations we can perform in the HANA. So HANA level here. Cockpit manager, it is only for the adding the databases here, right? And so then after that, to want to monitor this all the things here, you can see. So here all the production databases we can make it as a group. Production development will be here, test will be here, and everything here. And also one more important thing is here, we can also configure the templates option here. Templates means here what you can do, you can create a parameter set. Template one. Suppose if you want to change the hundreds parameters in all the databases, you have the 100 databases. So then what you can do, we have to manually log in each and every database. You have to do the changes, right? But here you no need to manually log in any database. Just to log into the HANA cockpit level, just what parameters you want to do that one. You want to change it here. You want to change the configurations and everything. You can perform the configuration, what changes you want to perform, what parameter you want to perform. So what changes you want to do it, just to do the so configuration here. Just to do the perform the configuration here. Suppose like, so you want to change this parameter value, right? So then you can just click on the parameter set here, right? So review what parameters you want to configure it, just review, then click on the edit. So if you want to add more, you can add the more. Then so just create the template here, right? So then you can apply to the all the databases here, right? You can apply to the all your databases will be displayed here in the apply. So which means select the databases, click on the apply template, then all will be applied to the all the databases here. That's possible. Why? Because you have the number of databases are there. So means suppose like you have the 100 databases are there. To log into the 100 databases, changing the parameters for each and every database means it's very difficult, right? So then instead of doing that one, what you can do, you can use the, instead of doing this one, you can just to create a template. This is one of the feature in the HANA cockpit also here, right? Backup scheduling, replication, graphical monitoring in the cockpit level, and the parameter sets, right? This we can use the parameter sets also here, so that we can create the changes here. We can perform the changes here. What you want to do it, changes here. Suppose like I want to configure the 8 value. So then, so just click on the save button here. Just you can add the more parameters also here. So whatever the parameter like, so memory memory manager. So memory manager. So whatever the value we want to set it out, we can set it out. So then, so just you can apply to the databases. Then how many databases you have applied, all the databases you can select it here. So then you can select it. So then you can select it. So then click on the apply the databases here. All the databases will be applied here. This parameter will be applied to the all the databases here. So that's possible here. This way we can use the, and also we can also use the change history. This parameters changes information, all the information will be displayed here. This way, without any missing, at the same time, we can reduce the manual efforts. We can apply the all the parameter values here. That is called the parameter set here. Okay. Then go to the manage configuration here. So this is a management configuration. Database Explorer means, so from through here itself, in the Database Explorer itself here, you can connect to the databases here, same as like in the, looks like you can add the databases here, whatever the databases you want to add it, you can add all the databases here. Suppose like if you want to add the databases, you can add the tenant databases here. So then we can see the same in the HANA cockpit level, whatever we can the HANA cloud level. So the errors related information, all the informations, tables, same studio level, then SQL prompt that we can see it here. And also you can also add the, so dump viewer, dump. You can also import the, add the dump file here. You can also browse the dump file. So you can also review all the trace files and everything. You can track it out here. And also here, you can add the custom sites. If you have any custom sites also here, so custom sites here, you can also add the, so custom websites or anything also you can add it here. So that you can also centrally, you can monitor the everything from here. Right? Everything you can monitor from example here. So if I add it here, so from here I can monitor the all my everything. I can add it from here also. Custom website, my links, any other custom links you can also add to the here, right? So mainly for the administration perspective, this is very, very important here, right? So adding the databases in the cockpit manager. Then after that, so monitoring from the here using the, so monitoring the databases from the in the graphical you can monitor from here. So it will be displayed, live utilizations will be displayed here. This way, so we can monitor the databases, we can do the administration part. We want to stop it here, you can start it, reset, alerts, all the configurations, everything we can do it from the, in this database here. In this database, we can do it from here, right? So this way, we can do the all the administration level activities. We can also create the new tenant, replication the tenant, stop it, start it, all the kind of functionalities we can perform it from the, so HANA cockpit level here, right? So same studio level also we have done it, but studio level the viewpoint is different. Here cockpit level the viewpoint is different. So here also the replication also the configuration here, so differently we have configured it here. So here, so still keep on doing everything here. It's green status, which means replication is fine. So all the data will be replicated here, right? So all the data will be replicated into the graphically here. So this way we can see the all the configurations and everything. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
In Studio, there is a trace configuration tab. Do we have that here?
Everything is available. More than that, it is available here. Just you need to log in and you need to do the search. Okay. If you're not available, then you can check the tracing, trace, diagnostic files, manage the full dumps, configure the tracing. So everything is available. The only thing is you need to connect to the studio or cockpit and see where this tab is available. From everything is available here. So you can, so more than that, it is available.
And sir, how we means how we can add the DR system here?
DR system, similarly, you can add here. However, so here also same.
Okay.
You need to
First,
add the
we need to
register the
register.
system, either DR or any system, you can add it here. Using the cockpit manager, you have to add it. So cockpit manager to add it, and the remaining cockpit is like a administration of the your databases and everything here. So see here how the load is displaying, capturing load, running statements, everything here. Simple, it's very easy, same as like studio, but this is the tool like, but here it's the screens are looks like a very great screens here, right? Good screens here, graphically displaying all the information, CPU, memory, each and everything. So live it will be displayed. So it's very good view. So by seeing this one, we can see, okay, any issues in the system and everything, anything that we can find out from here. That's we can possible.
Sir, we can install it in the same server or we need any different server for this cockpit?
Cockpit we can install on the same server or different server also we can install it. It does not require much memory. 16 GB free memory is enough to install it here. Okay.
Ravi, good morning.
Yes.
Can we access from outside of the network, like I mean private network or public network? Can we access
We
public
can,
network?
yes, that's possible. Anything is possible from the outside of the network. The thing is, I need to configure this port and IP in the my network allowed list so that we can able to access it here. So then I have to create the one public, my public to private IP. I need to NAT it. So NATing. So then you can able to access the everything from the out public network also.
Okay.
In the
In the real
router
time
level,
scenario,
we need to do the configuration.
now real time scenario, can we use this? I mean, like in the real time scenario.
Real time scenario, we cannot put all those things. Why? Because due to the security reasons, so you can only access from the customer network. So which means you need to connect to the customer the VPN, then you can access it here. So then you will be connected to the customer network, you can able to connect it. So this way the people put into this. So public level, they won't expose anything. Why? Because company information, company URLs, company names, IP address, everything is displaying in the public level. If someone hacks your system, some cyber attacks, some the injections, vulnerabilities will happen. So to avoid secure the data, so then we should not expose these kind of things in the public level.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. So that's it about the cockpit. And tomorrow we'll see the DB refresh activity.